The Obama administration is telling federal agencies to prepare for a possible government shutdown at the end of this month. A letter was sent around to agency heads this week ordering them to make contingency plans if a deal is not reached to fund the government past September 30th. Jason, here we go again, huh?
Yeah, and this time it could actually happen. Right now, there's really no incentive to avoid a government shutdown.
What about the fact that everyone would blame Republicans and they don't want to be blamed?
The Republicans, okay, with your John Boehner, Eric Cantor, Republican leadership, you're aware of the fact that history is borne out, that they're likely to be in the crosshairs of blame.
Well, yes, when you shut the government down, people notice that it was you who shut the government down and not the president who didn't want to shut the government down.
But right now, he can't keep a majority of people to think that together. He's got enough people in that caucus that want to go for broke on this that it's unlikely to happen. Now, of course, the whole conflict over this was over the continuing resolution. You pass a continuing resolution, you don't have a government shutdown.
Continuing resolution is basically just you've got enough money to keep the government going at present levels without actually dealing with any of the underlying disputes.
Exactly. And now what they did at first with the continuing resolution is they attached sort of a sidecar resolution that said, defund Obamacare. But it wasn't central to the CR. It was just something attached to it. Boehner and Cantor gambled and lost that the members would just appreciate another chance to vent about their frustrations about Obamacare. But instead, they revolted and said, no, this is a dodge. You just put this on there to make everything look good, and you're not really committed to defunding Obamacare. Well, they're not committed to defunding Obamacare because it can't be defunded. The president is never going to sign it, and the Senate Democrats aren't going to go along with it. So it's now intrinsic to the CR. And that creates a huge mess because there's no way the Democrats sign on to this. In a way, they're kind of just going to let people like Ted Cruz maybe try to sell it and fail, and we'll see what happens from there. There's the path to not shutting down the government grows narrower and narrower and narrower by the day. We may not be at 30 seconds to midnight, but we're definitely at 1 minute to midnight.
I definitely think that the first thing that should happen is that congressional pay just ceases. That should be the first thing that happens when the government gets shut down, that congressmen don't get paid. Wouldn't that help a little?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.